Albert Einstein was reportedly asked once, how many feet make up for 1 mile? His answer will surprise you. Here's what he said.
3, 2, 1.
Let's go.
Einstein gave a very interesting answer to this question about how many feet make up for 1 mile. His answer was, I don't know. Why should I know? Why should I clutter my mind with data that I can find easily in any standard reference books in 2 minutes? I would rather use my mind to think. It's a powerful statement. It's basically saying that we don't want to use our minds to fill it up like a data warehouse. We want our mind to think about this data that is all around us and see what to make out of it. Today, I see what I call it as the data trap. It's so much easier to get all the data that you want today. It's all around us. It's accessible. ChatGPT makes it so simple. You can go and ask anything and you'll get all the data. The problem is, most of us think that having data is as good as gold. No, it's not. Data by itself is powerless. To really do something about this data, you need to do two things. Your mind has to work on both these two things. The first thing is, you need to learn the language of this data. You need to know what it's telling you. It's speaking to you. So when you look at data, you need to know how to interpret this data. And this interpretation can't be taken out purely by statisticians or data scientists. For that, you need to have knowledge of the business. So when you look at data, you need to know how to interpret it and make sense out of it and see what it's telling you. Let me give you an example. We are having this elections in India right now, and there are a lot of data coming on voter turnout of different parts of the country. And everybody who's reading it is making their own interpretation, and many times the interpretations are conflicting with each other. Why? Because each one is reading the data based on his knowledge of that geography where the elections are happening. Why somewhere the turnout is lower than usual, why somewhere it's higher than usual. To be able to make a very good interpretation, you need to know the local demography, what is happening in that, what the kind of thinking, what are the important issues in that geography. Only when you have the knowledge of the business can you interpret data correctly and then present it to leadership or for your own consumption. But data by itself, useless. You need to interpret data and make intelligence out of it. The second thing is to convert this intelligence into actionable plan. What will you do about this intelligence that you got from the data? Again, without action, it's useless, it's garbage. So two things are important for you to have. The skills is to look at data and read what it's saying, how to interpret, and you need to use your mind to interpret that and your knowledge of the business. Number two, convert this intelligence into actionable strategies and actions. Absolutely important. AI will take away all the jobs which are only based on data and massaging data or intelligence from data. But you need to have both the other skills which I talked about to be staying above what a ChatGPT can do. This is very important because I sometimes get puzzled when there is this quiz show which is very popular all over the world, popular in India too. It offers a lot of money to the people who win different levels of questions. It goes up to 5 crore rupees to 10 crore rupees as prize money. And I see a lot of people who sit with me or watching it. And this guy who's answering a lot of questions, a very intelligent guy. He's answering quiz questions, intelligence. The mind there has learned how to remember a whole lot of data and is able to retrieve an answer. It's a good skill, but to me, that's not what the mind is necessary for. Remember what Einstein said. All this data now you can do 2-minute Google, 2-second Google and get everything, all the answers. Your mind has to use this to interpret and make actions. That's not intelligence. The problem is most education system, especially in India, is all measuring your ability to cram a lot of data into your brain and access and write it down when a question is asked. That's what it measures as being successful. That's what education is seeing as the ones who pass with brilliance and fail are with your ability to cram data. And that's why if you look at most of the big innovators, the legends, from Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, everyone, are people who have dropped out of college, out of school, because they wanted to use their mind on converting all this knowledge into something which is useful for the world. In summary, don't get too carried away by having access to a lot of data. It's useless. It's not gold. It's not power. Knowledge of what this data means and how to act on it, that is power. Till next time, stay unstoppable.